almost there.
Okay.
We are there on Facebook Live and Instagram, both at the same time.
Wow.
Who knew you could do that?
Not us.
And it's that moment you've been waiting for. Or is it? One way or another, here she is, Suzanne Summers.
Thank you. Hi, Caroline. Yeah, like that's kind of a like it or not, ladies and gentlemen. Here she is.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, we like to give them a choice, you know? They may say, oh, you know, yeah, I'll hang around a little bit today, but, you know, I don't know.
Didn't we the other night laugh our butts off
Oh, yeah.
rewatching the farting show?
Yeah.
Did you all enjoy the farting show? I love the comments. I had a niece up in Northern California who was working out to it, and she said she was laughing so hard she was farting while watching it. Oh my God. Who knew? We never know where we're going to go.
No.
We never know.
We never make any plans what
No.
we're going to say.
No.
You probably are aware of that.
But that's kind of great. You know, everything's so scripted. One of the things, when I had my own talk show, I've had, how many, 2 or 3? Can't remember. I've had one at Universal, one on Cafe Mom, and did I have another one?
On the Women's Network. What is it called?
Oh, yeah, Lifetime.
Lifetime.
Here's the problem.
You know what irritated me about Lifetime? Okay?
What?
We produced 12 wonderful 1-hour specials on cutting edge health. Okay?
Yeah.
It was all great stuff.
Yeah.
You were nominated for an Emmy.
Yeah.
Okay? You would think that somebody from upstairs at that network would have called. We never met anybody from the network.
Not one.
Would call down and say, Suzanne, congratulations on the Emmy nomination on our network.
Yeah, never happened.
Never happened.
Well, I don't care.
No, I don't care
Anyway,
either.
what I found about doing network and traditional talk show, I always like the form. I don't much like asking the questions. I like to be questioned myself. I'm a good answerer. But anyway, forget about that. We hired all the best people. This one's from The Tonight Show. This one's from the Merv Griffin Show. This one's from whatever, Ellen, all that. We hired all the right people, all the right producers. So, you know, the day before the show, I get a big notebook of guest number 1, and here are the questions. And I thought, that's not how I work. I just sit across the desk and look at the person who I'm interviewing and let things happen as they happen. And that is what I'm enjoying so much about this show. I don't know what I'm going to say next, and that's what I like. And I don't like the scripted. Like, I'm doing a show, I'm not going to say who, tomorrow, and they want to know, can I call in so they can go over the questions with me? I thought, I don't want to. I remember on The Tonight Show, they used to go over the questions with me. Now, I was so young and green at that time that I'd do it. But when I look back,
But you forget, you're the one who wrote those segments for The Tonight Show.
I did when I took charge. When I finally took charge, at first when I saw they're having him ask me this, and then I answered that, and then him ask me this, and so I started coming in with it all pre-worked out, and that kind of worked well. And then I was working opposite Johnny Carson. You can sit there and burp, and it'll be a funny segment. Gosh, he was good. He was so good. Anyway, we have body butter today. That's why I dressed like a cube of butter. I love butter. And
Yeah.
I'd like to say that I think that I've had a hand in bringing butter back, because when I started writing the summer size books, butter was out. It was verboten. You use margarine, i.e. chemicals. And I remember when my mother switched to margarine from butter, and at first it was, and then you get used to the taste of chemicals, and they taste good. And as Dr. Blaylock told me, I love this quote of his, he said, chemicals are designed to taste scrumptious. And that is why it's hard to get a little Florida broccoli in a kid, but you can get them to eat all this, stuff in a bag that's got fake cheese in it and macaroni, and they love that because it's all chemicals. Chemicals the reason you're here, the reason I'm here, the chemicals are the doom of us, I believe. This is my opinion. This is what I believe. I believe that the spike in illnesses is because of the chemicalization of us. I think what I'm doing here, I just got an award. What's the award? I got a great award today. Was it?
It's not going to be announced for 2 more days, so you're going to have to wait.
Oh, you can't find out. But I got a little pat on the back today. I was kind of happy about that. Because I did it my way, as somebody sang and somebody wrote. Paul Anka wrote My Way, and Frank Sinatra made it his. One of the greatest songs of all time. And I'm going about this whole thing. There are no guarantees. You can do everything right, like I'm doing. You can use organic skincare, hair care, color cosmetics, cleaning your house with household cleaning products that are organic. And the blade may still hit you, but you'll have a better chance if you haven't got a mucked up body full of chemicals and toxins. You know, I talk about the toxic burden all the time. At what point, with the air freshener and the household cleaning products and the lead in your lipstick and the crap in your color cosmetics and all that, at what point does your liver say, I can't. So that's why we're all here today. I bring you skincare that's organic, body care that's organic, color cosmetics that are organic, household cleaning products. And if you want to be turned on by a household cleaning product, do you want to know? Go to Caroline's Instagram. She did something yesterday. I sat back. If I smoked cigarettes, I'd go, good going, honey. Good going, honey. She made her husband, who's my son, and Violet's boyfriend, who's probably going to be my son-in-law, grandson-in-law. But we never know. We never know. I don't want to put pressure on people. But anyway, they were loving the game.
Yeah, right. No pressure. Yeah.
They were loving the game, whatever game. I don't know. That is where I failed, Bruce. I just am not into sports. But I love his enthusiasm for it, and I love how it can make or break his day. I love that. But anyway, Caroline was over where she is in her kitchen, always doing something, and she made these look like not drumsticks.
Chicken wings.
Oh, they were chicken wings. Oh, that's Alan's favorite, by the way. He loves them. So she's making chicken wings on a baking tray and putting olive oil and all this stuff, and paprika and all the stuff that she puts on it. And when they were finished, they looked amazing, amazing. But then the pan, the baking sheet, ugh, I even thought as I was watching, gosh, I don't want to clean that pan, awful. But she took out Eco Cleanser, which is our
Suzanne, Eco Cleaner.
okay, Eco Cleaner. Caroline, as you may not have noticed, knows all the correct names. I just go acai.
No, I
It's
just
great.
added Suzanne because it's your brand.
Suzanne.
I just wanted people to know it was your Eco Cleaner.
Eco
Suzanne,
Cleaner.
Eco Cleaner.
You have to go to her Instagram to see. She sprayed it all over, and then she walked away, and then she came back and went flip, 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 just like you
It was
did.
pretty amazing.
You did with the raspberry jam when you let it boil over on the stove, Alan.
I know. Breaking news here, okay?
What?
Well, I just found something on the floor,
What?
and I'm not quite sure what to do with it, okay? I have no idea
What?
who it belongs to.
What?
Okay, so I'm going to show it. Okay. Now, I have no idea. No idea.
Do you hear me? Yes, I hear
Who?
you.
I have no idea who.
Whose ear that is?
Yeah.
It's a little person.
Yeah.
That's a little person's ear.
Right. I have no idea.
I don't know, Alan.
Okay.
I don't know.
You can talk into it, okay?
Yeah.
Hello, Blue Fox to Red Leader.
So,
That story will probably be up not for that much longer because they're only up for 24 hours. But yeah, if you want to watch that, it's at Caroline Summers. I should turn it into a reel and put it on your page for that.
I think you
Eco Cleaner.
should.
So many people say to me, I just went and bought that.
I think you should.
Her product is non-toxic, and it's crazy that it cut through all of the baked on. And people said, when I was cooking it, people were DMing me saying, why didn't you use parchment paper or foil or something on the bottom? I'm like, because the bits on the bottom are what taste so
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
So anyway, it's at Caroline Summers.
I call the bits on the bottom the balls of the food. And Caroline knows how to make great balls, and so do I. I call it the feel. When you're a good cook and maybe a great cook, you have the feel. And the feel is what's on the bottom of the pan. And my dear, dear departed friend, Susie, great cook, great. But she would throw out everything at the end of the evening. She'd throw out all the leftovers and she'd throw out everything that was on the pan. I'd go, Susie, that's where all the stuff is. And she'd go, I don't like leftovers. I happen to love leftovers. Do you? I always look at what's left over today as to what I can make tomorrow. Like that broccoli soup I made today. Wasn't that good, Alan?
That was incredible.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I'm not a big soup eater.
Yeah. What a great way to eat broccoli. I saw at the store this great looking broccoli. You know when the ends are not brown at all, they're just like they've just been cut. And
That's the produce manager trick, okay?
okay, but I bought it.
Okay.
I bought it, and I like the produce
Because the first thing the
manager.
produce manager does
I
when
go
he
to-
comes in,
Yeah.
he moves all the vegetables that are in the front to the back, okay? Because
That's true.
they're the
Alan always
oldest.
says, choose from the back.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But I like the produce manager. This is at Clark's.
Yeah.
Clark's is where they have a kiosk of
Clark's
my things.
Nutrition
Yeah.
in Rancho Mirage.
Every single thing in the store, every single thing is organic. Every single thing. Other stores I go to that are organic have also non-organic. And you have to look at in the produce department, like I saw some beautiful, beautiful changelos. But I didn't see the organic. I said, are these organic? He goes, no. He goes, but those are.
By the way, maybe somebody knows the answer.
What? Maybe I do.
Whenever we go shopping at one of those stores,
Yeah.
they always have fresh dried tamarind. What do you do with tamarind?
I don't even know what tamarind is.
Well, they're these little brown things. They're. I actually bought a box a couple of years ago.
But even in that description,
It's used in Mexican cooking.
already I don't want it because of his description. A little brown thing.
It must be good because they had a big display of it in the store.
Yeah. Or they need to get rid of it.
Or they need. You ever notice when you go
Those
to a
pears
restaurant?
the other day were so great. What are the great pears that we had the other day?
Oh, well, my favorite pear is Comise.
Okay,
they
but
don't
what were
carry it
these? What
very
were
often.
these?
These were those brown ones that are really good. They have a little bit of a bite, and they're slightly sweet, but they're crunchy, and they're good. Bosque, that's it. Yeah, Bosque pears.
Oh, were those good?
Hey, can we just jump in? A lot of people are asking if we have anything on sale today. We do. It's a body care sale, and it's 25% off everything in that category. And the promo code is butter25. Butter25.
Which is why I dressed like a cube of butter. I dressed like a cube of
Okay,
butter
so
today
let's.
too.
Okay, so you got
Okay.
the sugar scrub.
The sugar, and we've got the over there is the peppermint body butter.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. How did you like your shower the other night, Alan? It wasn't this, but we'll get to it. But I could also do it with
Sugar
this.
scrub or gommage au sucre.
Souk, yeah. Souk. That's sugar in French. Okay.
Oh, really?
Well, not everybody knows. Okay, and then the next body butter is this the cocoa
The
mango?
cocoa mango.
This one
This is my
will
favorite.
drive you out of your mind. It's so beautiful, and it's made with real mangoes and coconut scents, and
Yeah, and
we
real
use,
bodies.
and we use no artificial anything.
Beurre pour le corps.
Right.
Okay.
Now, then this one is extraordinary.
This is.
Caroline named this one. You need nasal renew, Caroline. That's your second sneeze.
That was Chi-Chi.
Oh. Have you ever given Chi-Chi, your dog, a nasal renew?
I haven't. I'm just giving her a little snuggle.
Do you know what I have here in my house? I have 20 bottles of nasal renew. That's how much we go through it because we live on this golf course now, and even I don't have any allergies, but all of a sudden I'm like sneezing. Okay, the other night.
You also give it as gifts because it's such a winner.
Yeah, what's a winner?
The body
I said you
butters.
also give it as gifts, the nasal renew.
Oh,
because
the
every time you
nasal.
hear someone sneeze, you say, try this.
I do, and then that's why I have 20 bottles here, because I give it away. Because everybody's allergic right now, and I give it away, and because it's so much better for you than over-the-counter like medications. This is like it just repopulates the sinus cavity with microbiome. I love. Oh God,
By the way-
we have to bring my university body model down here.
I'll bring it down here.
Yeah, I love knowing that in our GI tract we have a microbiome, good bacteria and bad bacteria. We also have it in our sinus cavities up to our nose. And when you see people who are sneezing all the time, who are like doing that, and red eyes and drippy eyes and all those things, take nasal renew. It's not a drug, and it recolonizes the microbiome in your sinus, and your sinus goes, that's all I wanted, thanks. It's a great. Is it our greatest product? Could be up there. I love it that much. So the other night, I said to Alan,
Uh-oh.
you know, your upper shoulders and upper back is rough, because I feel it all the time. I said, when you go in the shower, call me. So I went into the shower with him, and I took this Acai exfoliating body polish. And I was in the mood, and I just rubbed it all over his shoulders, all over his neck, down under the wings. I just kept doing it, and then told him to turn around in the hot water and let the water just let it drip off. And do you know, his shoulders are like a baby's butt right now. They're so soft. You have the most beautiful skin, but for you to have rough skin is like a travesty.
I thought the same thing.
So tonight, you know what I'm going to do?
What?
Tonight, I'm going to take the body butter,
Yeah. Oh.
and I'm going to take those beautiful baby butt shoulders of yours, and
Oh.
I'm going to rub it in,
Oh.
and you're going to like it. God, that was funny
Wow.
with Robin Williams today. He was on not today.
Who?
Robin Williams.
Oh, yeah.
A clip we were watching with Martha Stewart, teaching him to cook. Can you imagine? And she said, you take the meat and you pound it. Well, imagine Robin Williams, he went off for about a half hour on that. Gosh, it was funny. She's so brilliant in that she's pairing herself up with Robin Williams and Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg is the greatest.
Yeah.
Because who would ever have paired Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg? But she's kind of a cool chick.
And Snoop Dogg's fans are saying, who would have guessed that he would have paired up with this woman?
I think when she went to prison, that probably loosened her up more than anything. Can you imagine? I spent one day in jail because my $39 check bounced. I'll never get over it. It's the most horrible thing. When they close that jail cell door, you're stuck. You're there. You're out of control. I would not want to relive that day ever. But anyway, I've written about it in my book, so I'm not telling you anything that you don't know or couldn't know. I've tried
Actually,
to
there's
share
a great,
everything with you. What?
The picture they took of you, what do they call it?
My mugshot.
Your mugshots.
My
look
mugshots
great.
we're on my.
They're
How
great.
would you like to wake up one morning, years later, after the $39 check bounced? It was icky. It was awful. But I had no money. And years later, I'm successful. I'm on the #1 show in the country, Three's Company. I'm on magazine covers, and then I get the phone call from my then manager, Jay Bernstein. You're in a heap of trouble. Why? He said, your mug shots are on the cover of the National Enquirer.
That's a great thing that ever happened to that show.
What, Three's Company?
Absolutely. You know what? I bet people respond to radical things, okay? And this was radical, okay? Chrissy Snow's
mugshots.
right, in prison.
Oh, God.
Okay, that's radical. Sex
Yeah.
tapes,
Yeah.
okay, by famous people. That's radical. but it works. I don't know why it works.
Well, I
There's
didn't do a sex
some
tape.
psychologist out there that
It's
could.
PR.
Yes.
It's just PR. It gets you.
Yeah.
It gets you in front of people.
Well,
I remember another phone call I got from Jay Bernstein that started with "You're in a heap of trouble." What? And I'm thinking, what now? And the National Enquirer had, what did they publish? Do you remember, Ellen? It was another. Was it the mugshots?
I'm sure that's all we had.
No, it was the first Playboy.
Oh, that's what it was. The first Playboy.
Oh, well, that was in 1977, I think,
Yeah.
when you started Three's Company.
Right.
And
So.
these were test pictures
Oh.
when you were a starving
Mother.
single mother with no
with
support of any
medical
kind.
bills.
And Bruce had been run over by a car, and there were over $20,000 in bills, and you couldn't pay it. And you
No
were in
insurance.
Mexico doing a advertising thing for Mexicana Airlines. And the photographer said, I shoot for Playboy, and why don't we do some test pictures, and if you're accepted, they'll pay you $20,000. And you
That was exactly what
Bingo.
I needed to get out of debt.
But you never did it.
But I took the pictures.
But they
I
published
was-
the pictures anyway.
I was so uncomfortable taking the pictures. Usually women who are nude are kind of going, hey there, and looking. I was like looking down and trying to hide myself, and he'd go, move your hands, and I don't want to move my hands. Anyway, I woke up one morning and Jay called, and,
Those were the test pictures.
The
They
test
were not
pictures.
authorized to run.
and he ran them.
And Playboy paid dearly for it after we approached them and they expected it.
Yeah.
But it was worthwhile for them because it created a furor, which was PR for Playboy magazine, and they did. Don't feel sorry for them; they did okay. And you know what? They kept that thing going from the 50s up until recently. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Really? No, it's incredible. And
It was an icky phone call.
Yeah, I like the written items in there. Okay.
What written items?
Says every man.
Yeah,
in
right.
Playboy, the written magazine, the written, what are they called? Articles.
Articles?
Articles. That's what I like the
Oh,
articles.
that's why you read Play.
That's right. I would rip out those pictures
Yeah.
and throw them away before I read any of the articles.
Ah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, you
By
never.
the way, I just found
Hey,
this.
Alan.
Yeah.
Speaking of like photography that's not quite there, for some reason you have a lot of headroom in your shot today.
Come on, Al.
Well, I can
Sit
fix
down a
that.
little? Did you reposition?
It's just that no, I didn't. It's just that I can. Whoops! I
Don't
can
leave a
go
lot of room.
this way.
With like
Yeah.
I mean, I can. Whoa.
just a little. We've got microphones and.
Well, that's okay.
There
Microphones
you
are
go,
good.
That's so much better. Thank
That
you.
shows that this is
Thank
like
you,
a professional
Caroline.
deal here.
Take care of me, Caroline.
Okay, you know what? I can do this, but
Yeah, no, leave it. There you go. A little sky and mountain.
okay,
Nice,
right there.
So
That's
let me
perfect.
just finish the Playboy story.
Pardon me.
Let me finish the Playboy story.
Okay.
So Jay Bernstein, who was my manager at the time, and he managed Farrah Fawcett, and I had gone to him after I got Three's Company, and the Three's Company originally was just a 6-week pickup, but it really did well in ratings, and so I didn't know if we were going to get picked up again, but I went to Jay Bernstein. I said, I have 6 weeks. I will give you all my money, everything, and I needed the money. If you could make sure that people remember my name, because he was managing Farrah Fawcett, it was so hot at the time. And he said to me years later, I didn't think you were that good looking, and I didn't know if you were talented, but I've never seen such passion. I had passion. Like, this could be my one shot. So where I needed the money so bad, I gave it away. Now, when this thing happened, now Three's Company's on, it's #1, and I'm starting to be on magazine covers, and life is great, isn't it? And then I get the phone call from Jay, you're in a heap of trouble. And he said to me something so wise. He said, I want you to go down to Vernon Scott at Associated Press, downtown LA, by yourself. Not with Alan, not with me, just by yourself. I will call him and tell him you're coming. And he said, I want you to tell him your story. I said, okay. So I drove down to Associated Press and to Vernon Scott, and when I walked in, he said, usually I have to go to the celebrity, but here's a celebrity coming to me. And I said, yeah, I'm in a whole lot of trouble. And I told him, I said, I gave birth to my baby a month after my 19th birthday. I've just been pretty destitute up until now, and I finally achieved the success that I never imagined could happen to me. And now it's all going to be taken away from me. And I started crying, and I was like, he didn't put his arms around me, but the article that he wrote on Associated Press, he said, why don't we take better care of our girls? Why did she have to go through this? And it created this emotional response to me that actually worked in my favor. And that's not why I did it. I just did it because I was so, how could I go from nothing to now I have everything and now it's being taken away? So sometimes, not sometimes, always, I have found in my life, always, the worst things in your life are your opportunities. They're your opportunities to learn and grow spiritually and emotionally. And I did from that. So anyway, that's my little story. Okay, Al?
Okay, well, the adventures
Nice.
of Chrissy Snow, alias
Well,
Suzanne
I think it
Summers.
was that she was such a pure and innocent character.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I've
Well,
ever talked
actually-
about my mother, but my mother was so like Chrissy Snow. Here's what my mother said one night, her famous line. What time is midnight mass?
She's so sweet.
She was the sweetest. She was pure with this crazy alcoholic, abusive husband, and yet she maintained her purity. So, I love you, Mom.
Hey, Alan, it's 4:30.
Yeah.
I'm just putting a couple of those products up on the camera so people can see what we have on special today. Everything in the body care department is 25% off, guys. And
This
the
is
promo
what-
code is butter25.
And this
So-
is what I rubbed his back with the other night. Show this, Alan.
Pardon?
Man, your back changed.
Okay.
Have it. Acai. Looks like
Acai.
acai. It's acai.
Acai.
I'll even read to you what's in it.
Or in French, it's nettoyant.
Imagine
brillant pour le
dead
corps.
skill-
L'acai.
Imagine dead skin cells bound together with cement like a brick wall, okay? Imagine that. Gentle beta hydroxy acids from organic acai and green tea gently
Acai.
loosen the cement. And it does. You put it
Okay.
on, and then it goes in, it goes, let's get all this dry stuff out of there. It's made from polished peach and apricot grains, exfoliate to the dead cells. Its skin nurturing ingredients retain moisture while providing deep cleaning. It leaves a radiant, soft, glowing skin, especially effective on built-up patches of dead skin on knees and elbows. So my manicurist uses it on my heels to get the dead skin off, and then she puts Heel Restore. And then she puts that incredible coconut moisture serum on my cuticles of my toes. And our products are so good. I don't know how to tell you this. I don't know anybody who's making better products than us. And that was my goal in this whole venture, was to make products that are good for you when we are under the greatest environmental assault in the history of humanity. It's terrible what's happening to all of us, from all the bombardments of skin care and what's in the air and the air fresheners. I see commercials for air freshener. I go, yeah, spray your house with poison. That'll be good. It won't stink, but guess what will happen to you? So that's the whole goal of the Suzanne Organics line. It's really to improve the quality of your life and your health. I can't make any guarantees, but I can tell you, if you're not using skincare with chemicals, if you're not using hair care with chemicals, if you're not using color cosmetics with chemicals, if you're not using lipstick with lead, if you're not using household cleaning products with chemicals, you're ahead of the game. You got to admit that. You're ahead of the game. You may not, I was going to say you may not totally win, but I think you do. If you are one of the ones that get zapped by one of the big diseases, you have a better shot at recovering and surviving than if you didn't. do all these things. These are just simple things. I'm not doing any kind of, mine will do that. I'm just saying, clean up your act. I've cleaned up my act. I've cleaned up Alan's act. Our family has cleaned up their act. I feel so good about my family. I have two granddaughters, Caroline's daughters, who have terrible reaction to chemicals, and they are doing so well because they get it. They won't eat stuff that's bad for them. They just won't. They won't.
Mm-hmm. And if you're not familiar with Suzanne's Skin Caroline or her Body Caroline, she doesn't use the things that you find in conventional products that we just assume are normal and okay for us.
Yeah.
But, the FDA has stopped a lot of ingredients in our food supply, but they didn't apply those same rules to
cosmetics.
Skincare,
Yeah,
body
she's
care.
right.
So that's why Suzanne is teaching us that what you put on your skin goes into the largest organ of the body, which is the skin, and it ends up in your bloodstream. So she found a lot of alternatives with this amazing formulator that we have, and they're unbelievably hydrating, good for your skin products. So you're not missing out on anything. Your skin actually feels better and is more hydrated. She just uses more pure ingredients, and that's why she's able to call them organic and toxic free.
And
What?
what?
Did Caroline say that the skin is the largest organ in the body?
Yes, Alan, I'm sorry to tell you that.
Wow.
I know that's hard on the male. I know that's hard on the male ego.
I have to rethink the whole thing now. Okay. By the way.
Maybe you're using the skincare in the wrong place, Al.
Okay, well, I have to tell you.
Yeah.
Red Barons, and there's a little tiny picture of her, and she looks like a babe. I'm sorry, I'm an old guy, I can say babe, okay? She has body butter on her nightstand, and she puts it on her stem and legs before she gets in bed.
I get it,
What
Red.
is a stem?
Her trunk. I get it, Red. It's so great. Smells great, feels great. You get into bed, you're all soft and yummy and clean.
And your fragrances are so wonderful because Suzanne doesn't use any artificial fragrance.
Right.
So it's not an overpowering thing like when you walk into those body and bath shops where you're just like accosted with those artificial scents. Hers are all essential oils, so it's real fragrance. It's real mango. It's real coconut and mango. The Rain is a beautiful.
Yeah, Alan, hold this up.
Essential oils, but it smells like. I'm in LA right now and it's raining, and it does smell like after a rain. It smells
raining
like that
in LA?
Caroline named this one. I think it's a brilliant name because it does smell like a fresh spring rain. It's unbelievably great. Unbelievably great.
And
There,
Suzanne's
put a
peppermint products are made with real peppermint oil,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you get a waft of it, and it really does transfer.
Smell it, Alan.
Pardon?
Smell it, and give us your reaction.
And show how thick that
Well,
body butter is.
it smells
This
fresh.
is an 8-ounce tub. It's going to last you a long time.
What does it smell like, Alan?
Fresh.
Yeah. I wish it
Yeah,
wasn't all
fresh.
covered up.
And there are certain fabric sprays that are really popular because the fragrance is so popular. It's also toxic.
Yeah.
Like, people don't talk enough about
Yeah.
air fresheners or that spray that everyone uses. It's from one of the big
I know
manufacturers,
the
and
one.
It's in laundry detergent, and it's in dryer sheets, and they tell you to spray it on your couch and put it in your car, and it just freshens.
and they also
everything.
tell
It
you-
is toxic.
They also tell you people will like you better if your house doesn't stink. That's the subliminal message.
Yep.
You'll be more popular if you don't have a stinky house.
Well, and like when you walk into like a stinky teenage boys' room and got stinky athletic.
God, I
clothes,
haven't done that in so
shoes,
long.
And they just spray this spray, and then
Yeah.
they're like, now it's all okay.
Yeah.
You're just putting toxic chemical
Yeah.
on top of like nasty adolescent.
Nasty,
odor. It's a bad
right.
combo.
Yeah, that's true.
So Eve Connolly said,
Yeah.
I love the orange vanilla and the peppermint.
Do we have
Great,
orange vanilla?
great.
We have mango.
We don't have the wild orange vanilla in the body
Oh,
butter.
oh,
We
I'm
have
sorry,
the
Eve, I'm
nourishing
sorry,
body
yeah.
lotion, and it's beautiful. But this is what Suzanne's been doing for decades now, and she's always out front. She's always doing this before everyone else, and she's offering us an alternative. And once you make the switch, it's really easy to stay with her program because the products are so good and they feel so good and they smell so good, and you just feel better about them. You know, I have a sister who's got cancer right now and she's going through chemo, and she just got rid of everything. She's like, I don't want anything toxic. I don't want toxins in my makeup. I don't want toxins in my skincare. I
Oh,
don't want
good.
toxins in my shampoo.
Oh, good.
And like now she's really taking it seriously. And
Is she
you know,
using our
It has
things?
to get to that point. We hope we can do it.
Is she using our products, I hope?
Oh yeah. She
Oh, I'm
is.
so glad. I'm so glad. Your sister is one of the nicest people on the entire planet. So my heart goes out to her, and my prayers and thoughts are with her all the time.
She's doing great. Thank you.
It's not a joke. It's not. It's you know, people can write me off as she's a health nut and all that. Well, you know what? Let's see who wins in the end. It is so important to understand the environmental assault. It's so important. And I'm bringing to you a solution. I think the greatest thing about selling a product is it a product that solves a solution, and ours does. The solution is no more chemicals. Imagine if you can't control the air we breathe except in your house, but you can control what you put on your skin. You can control what you put in your GI tract. You can control what you put on your face, i.e. makeup. You control what you clean your house with. That's what you're, and the one thing that's the iffy thing is the air in your house. Now we have IQ filters, HEPA filters. Those really help. But once you leave your house, you're subject to the environment. And if you live in a place where there's been a lot of smoke, or a lot of toxins coming out of those chimneys at factories or whatever it is, that's what you got to fight against. It's not a joke anymore. And I believe those of us who have embraced this will fare better. I do. That's not a health claim. It's just what I think. It makes sense,
No, but I
doesn't
think
it?
you've done such a good job, Suzanne, in just describing how many little things add up.
Yeah.
Because, you hear people and they'll say, oh, everything gives you, fill in the blank, whatever that disease of aging is. Like, oh, well, everything is bad for you. So who cares? But, and again, we all have the things that we continue to use that, maybe we all have a couple little vices. Like, I know you haven't been able to find a hair color that is a natural option. And
Yeah.
that's your one vice.
Yep, that is.
We all have a little something that we do here and there. But if you can get rid of like body lotion, do you really have a body lotion that you care about that much? Wait till you try
Right.
Suzanne's body
Right.
butter.
So
And
good.
then you'll just be one more thing in that category where you're doing something that's a little better for you.
And also, because our scents are organic, they're not synthetic. When you rub the wild orange vanilla body lotion on your body at night before you go to bed, or the body butter, the peppermint body butter, or the rain body butter, or the mango body butter, you go to sleep kind of feeling blissful because there's nothing bad that you're taking in. I don't know how we got to this. I grew up in the 50s, the blissful 50s.
You must
when-
be old.
Yeah, I am. And Father Knows Best was the one big TV show we all watched, and
Green Acres.
Howdy Doody in the afternoon.
My Three Sons.
Yeah, that was what I grew up.
Pinky Lee.
And all our fathers had come back from the war. And those of us who had fathers who came back from the war, who lived, those fathers were just in bliss, coming from what they had experienced to living the American dream. And it was, our mothers bought Betty Crocker cake mixes and wore Betty Crocker dresses. Remember that dress that all the mothers used to wear? It was the house dress. I see it in my mind
Well, that's
right now.
the dress Meryl Streep wore in
Oh.
Bridges of Madison County.
Oh, Alan and I watched Bridges of Madison County yesterday. Oh my God.
That's the
The greatest-
third time we've
Yeah,
seen it.
and it was as great the third time. I am writing to Meryl Streep and to Clint Eastwood, both of whom I know, and tell them they didn't have to do anything after these performances, but because they achieved it all in this movie. It was so great.
Meryl Streep acted with her hands.
Yeah, she did.
Really?
She did.
I mean, everything's
things.
happening, and I thought, why am I thinking
Yeah.
this? And
Yeah.
it turned
She
out
told
to
us
be
what to
because
think.
what she was doing with
No,
her
if
hands.
she was- Brilliant doesn't cover it. It was genius. It was a genius performance on both of them. On
If
both
you
of
have,
them.
if you haven't seen it, it's worthwhile.
Yeah, it's on
pulling
Netflix
out.
right now.
And also, and the book is great. The book and the movie are both
Yeah.
extraordinary.
Yeah, yeah. And it made me, it was that thing I always say about love. It's only about who you love and who loves you. And it was just all about this fierce, passionate love. It was so beautiful. I so liked watching a movie that wasn't angry and yelling and,
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
how movies are today.
Although,
Yeah.
It's just the movies you guys watch. It's not all movies.
Yeah,
there
probably.
there are exceptions. Like I
Narcos.
know that
Oh yeah,
I know you're looking
she's
forward.
mocking us, but
That's
we
okay.
really do watch
Mocking,
a lot of.
I don't
we watch
care.
a lot of Narcos and El Chapo.
Because that's what as far as I remember, we have a First Amendment in this country. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we can say and watch anything we want. Okay.
No, I know she's not saying that.
No, I know
Movies
that.
are angry. And
Yeah.
I was just saying there's a whole category of movies that you guys
Oh, yeah.
generally don't watch because
No.
you prefer watching Narcos.
Because we have the
No, we
stupidest
stop at the
TV.
El Chapo and
We haven't watched that.
We haven't watched for a long.
We're looking
but
for- yeah,
the
what-
fourth
what?
season
Yeah.
of Fauda.
Oh, that's pretty great.
That's pretty great.
That's
It's
pretty
coming up. What
violent.
is this? This is
It's Israeli.
January,
It's
February.
pretty violent.
I think like in March or
Yeah,
April.
it's great.
It's great.
Yeah.
Okay. We actually, when we I think first
I just
three
want to
seasons-
see the House of Gucci. That's what I want to see next.
The House
Is that
of-
on Netflix yet,
The
Caroline?
House of Hoochie.
Gucci.
Oh, Gucci. Oh.
It's not streaming yet.
I'm dying to
I'd
see
like
that.
to see the House of Hoochie.
Yeah, you would. You would. Anyway, what I'm bringing you today is good for your life and good for your health. That I can say. I don't need the FDA to approve it or not approve it. I know it's better to use products without chemicals in it than products with chemicals. That is not an outrageous statement, and it is. I bless our products. We have a cabinet here where I have, like 9 of this and 10 of this. It's such a luxury to always know I'll never run out of this stuff. It's so great. You can't have enough. It's great. And our preservatives are made from Japanese flowers. It's called the Japanese honeysuckle. I mean, everything, we've thought through everything. It's so great. I'm really, really proud of this. I never thought, way back when I started on Three's Company, that I would end up here today. But here I am, and I love where I am today. And I realized that life is about chapters, and that you think, you don't know what chapter you're in. I'm now aware of what chapter I'm in. And I've always been told that this chapter was a bummer, because now you're going downhill and you're aging. I'm not finding that. What you get in this 7th chapter, I'm finding, is you're wise. You're wise. And you have a lot of things that happen and you go, I know. And you don't sweat the small stuff. There's a gift in aging, a total gift in aging. Now, if you are aging and you're able to replace your worn out parts, be it hormones, minerals, nutrients, like I talk about in my new book, A New Way to Age, you can enjoy this extended life that we now get. Betty White would have been 100 today. And it's not unusual for people now to live well into their 90s and 100s. But what I bring to you is quality of life in this extended life. These products will add to the quality of your life, and that's what I want to do. That's my life's work right now. This chapter is bring quality of life to your extended life. You coming over here, Al?
No, actually, I was just going to show this picture.
Who are those people?
I don't know. They're supposed to went to this party,
Yeah?
and they had this setup where
I know, but I don't
these
know
two
who they
people
are.
are supposed to look like famous artists, famous actors.
Yeah.
But here, take a look at it.
You don't know who it is. How are they going to know who it is?
I have no idea who it is.
All right. Come over here and show them how cute you are.
I will do that. Does anybody know who this is?
No, nobody.
Not the guy in
Not
the,
even us.
Not the guy
Not
in the
even
middle.
us.
The other two people.
But it's on your desk, and whenever you
Okay.
want to think about them, there it is.
Okay.
I saw it sitting on your desk today, but
Looks like something that was taken at some
Oh.
type of an office party.
Yeah, yeah. Where'd you go, Al?
I have to reposition the camera so
Oh,
that
okay. All right.
I'll be
There's room for
present.
you. I think we'll be able to see you today.
There's room for you, Al.
Pardon?
There's room for you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, now
Okay.
for sure, here we
Yeah.
go.
And do you know
Okay.
that any moment our grandson will ring the doorbell and he's coming to have dinner with us tonight, which I'm so glad.
So great.
Yeah, he's a
Okay.
doll, Zion.
I know grandparents who rarely hear from or see their grandchildren.
Not us.
I think, you know, that.
I talk to most of them
the good thing you
a
said-
couple of times a week.
Well, you know, the good thing that you said we have 6 grandchildren, okay, and they're all great. There's
Yeah.
not one dud.
Now here's where you bring out the pictures of them.
Well, we do have pictures. Okay,
Yeah.
we can actually
That's
put it
what
on put it
that's
in
what
a
your mother
file.
used to do in
Okay.
Florida on the
I know,
beach.
right.
They all
It was
bring
like
out
an
their
accordion.
the accordion that comes out with all the
Pictures.
pictures.
Okay.
Where people go, ah,
So,
great,
okay.
cute, nice.
But I think that,
What?
you know, one of the reasons that they stay in touch with us is because you told them that if they didn't, you would be putting your head in the oven.
I did not.
And
I did not.
They thought,
This is Al lying.
well, we can't have that.
Al likes to
Okay.
lie, and this is Al lying.
And we happen to have an electric, no, I'm just kidding. Okay. So where are we here?
No, I don't know. What time is
I
it?
love the body butter, okay? Whoops. How come you can see yourself?
Wait a minute. Zion. Oh.
Okay, he's running a little late. That's okay. He's running. He's
Oh.
literally running. He's-
Okay.
he's
Well,
one of
we're
those
coming to the end of the
physical
show.
fitness
It's 10 to
people.
5
It's 10 to 5.
California time.
So it's 10
How
to
dark
8
is
New
it
York
behind me
time.
right now? Is it dark?
10 to 6.
It's very dark.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like big dusk.
All
time.
right. We're not ready to move the show to 5 o'clock yet.
Okay, so
Anyway.
as we go off with this show,
Yeah.
I'll be starting my show in about 50. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. The pornography show.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm Mr. Pornography. I told you I tore the pages out of my Playboy magazine.
I know.
And I hid them under my
And-
pillow.
Anyway, another lovely show. I'm sorry we didn't talk about farting, but you can talk about farting on every show.
No.
The acai, brilliant product, really.
but I
the
like
Rain
the-
body butter, brilliant product. The cocoa mango body butter. The coconut peppermint sugar scrub and the peppermint body butter. They're all brilliant products. They all will enhance and make your life better. You'll love it. So we're going to say goodnight now, and I'll see you. Today is Monday, so I'll see you Wednesday. And are we doing a show Wednesday, Caroline?
We are. We're doing a show from my house Wednesday, unless we get tied up. But looks like we're on track to do a show.
Okay,
Wednesday.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
No pressure, all right. I love you. You remember, it's not who you are, it's not what you do, it's not what you have. It's only about who you love and who loves you. And I do love you. Thank you so much for coming to our show. Good night, everybody.